Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Tuesday. Seems like the week is already flying. First of all, I wanted to give a big congratulations to Marge Hilson. She just let me know that she got a new role that she's really excited about. So I wanted to make sure that we give her a warm, hearty congratulations. So there's a post out there. So please make sure you give her some real props. I know she's been looking for a while, and so I'm so excited for her. Tonight, we're going to talk about resumes. I've looked at a few people's resumes recently, and I wanted to share some of the things that have come up on those and see if you review your resume, make sure that it has all of these things included, and if it doesn't, make sure that it does. So, one of the things that showed up is I know a lot of people would like to put as much as possible on a resume, and sometimes that's helpful and sometimes it's not. So, if you have been in the workforce for a long period of time, say more than 20 years, what I would say is in the last 10 to 15 years is really what they're looking for, but you don't want to discount and not put those other things on there. It's just you don't want to put a whole bunch of detail around it. So you want to save all the detail for the more recent roles that you've had so that they can see the actions that you've taken, the results and accomplishments that you have that are more recent. So I would just list like the role, the title, the company, maybe how long you were there, and that's about it. So for anything that's really old, I would just leave those on there, but just minimize how much information that you put so you can have the space for the other things that you want to do. If you have time where you have been out of work and you haven't found a job, or you decided to purposely take time off for various reasons, put something else in that space between when you've had your last job and now. So maybe that is volunteering, maybe that's serving on a board or a nonprofit, maybe it's doing some kind of consulting, or if you've truly just taken a sabbatical, you can put that too. You can just put that you've taken a sabbatical and here's the reasons, why I'm doing this and what I was doing it for. At least it shows continuity of what you've been doing and why, because that's going to be the first question you get is how come I haven't, seen any work from you in the last 2 years or whatever it is. And we want to make sure that you have an explanation that is proactively explaining that before they even get a chance to ask you. The next one is if you have on your resume in the descriptions of each of the things that you did, try not to use the same word over and over again, like manage, 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 manage. Change it up. Like I was responsible for, I led, I coordinated, some kind of action words in there, but not the same one. You can obviously use managed for a couple of them, but we want to just break it up so it's not a consistent use of the same action words over and over again. Making sure that you're showing the real accomplishments, the breadth and scope of what you did. So I managed budgets of this size. I had this many people working for me. I managed projects that were multi-phase, multi-year programs, $5 million, $20 million, whatever they are. So that they can start to see what scale of work responsibilities that you've had and how big that was. Let's see, what's another one here. Just make sure that you're trying to also write it in a way that shows it's for the type of role that you want, right? So you may have done something when you had less experience, but when you are now going for a role that's bigger, we want to make sure and demonstrate that. So make sure that what you're writing in there, the actions that you're writing, or the results that you got, make sure that they're really stepping up and showing that level of responsibility so that they can see you in it, because that's what they're looking for. They want to read your resume or your cover letter, and they want the story to be what it is they're looking for. So you're trying to create that resume. You're not going to make it up or lie, but you're going to make sure to try to show that to them so that they can see themselves hiring you and see that you'd be a great fit for their organization. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, the other thing is in that story, you also want to try to do what's going to set you apart from someone else. Do you have something that's different than someone else? Maybe, for in my own experience, acquisitions, divestitures, mergers, separations of companies, those are things that not everybody has gotten to do. And so that is really helpful to show those kinds of things. But I think everybody has those examples in their career. Maybe you served on some kind of special task force, or you led a charitable organization in your company, or you led an employee resource group. Something that's different, that shows you are not just the person who comes in and does the 8 to 5 job. You're going to do more than that. You're going to be involved in more things than that. So try to highlight those things as well, so that you stand out, so that you can be seen in that role and they see that you're going to come in and do more. The other tip and last tip is that look at the actual job description and try to use the words that they have in the job description, and try to sprinkle those throughout your resume. That may mean you have to have multiple versions. That's okay. But you want that resume to get through their algorithm. And those algorithms are looking for specific words that they have in their job description to see if you're a fit. So you may have to change something in that summary level or the objective, or maybe in your first or most recent role, so that they see that and they like, oh, that's great. That's what we're looking for. Hit. And it pulls that resume and pulls it into the pile to look at by the hiring manager. So think about that too whenever you are about ready to send your resume. Make sure it has the right wording in there that really will capture that algorithm. Last, I wanted to let you know, I have been getting I guess it's 2 pages of postings for CPG industry organizations. And there are various roles across multiple parts of an organization: sales, marketing, finance, HR, a bunch of different types of roles. So I would love to be able to send those to you, and you can actually subscribe to it yourself. So if you're interested in doing that, please instant message, or send a message to me, or put your email down below this live video, and I will make sure to send the most recent copies that I have. At the top of those emails is a place for you to subscribe so that you can get them yourself. But Polly Rowland is a friend of mine who does that. She's not charging for that. She just puts that out every week and lets people see the types of roles that are open. So she has a ton of contacts in the CPG space. She used to work at Kraft a long time ago. I didn't work with her, but I met her after. And so she's a wonderful woman, kind-hearted, really wants people to get roles. And so if anyone's interested, anyone's looking, please let me know, and I will be happy to forward that to you so that we can get more of those roles filled. And then lastly, if you know of anybody who's looking for a role and you think would be a good fit for this group, I would love to have more people in here so that we can continue to build this network out and allow more people to have conversations and maybe get some connections to get some roles. So if you have anybody that you think would be a good fit, please feel free to forward the group to them and add them to the group. Let me know who suggested you, or if you were suggested by someone. Let me know that, because I just want to make sure that we continue to recognize the people who are continuing to make this group bigger and better. So I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday evening, and I will talk to you next week. Thanks.